Hey everyone, welcome back to Barlow BBQ. Today I'm going to be doing a sweet and sour St. Louis ribs along with some grilled okra. It's going to be a delicious cook. Now before I get started, in my previous video I did an overnight brisket that came out, it's kind of dry. And a lot of you took some time to leave comments about what you thought the issue could have been. So I just wanted to say I really appreciate that, and it was really helpful for me. I think I've got some good ammunition to work with for the next time I do brisket. So thank you all so much for leaving those comments. Alright, let's get on with today's cook. Alright y'all, looks like my charcoal is pretty much ready to go on. So, now I started with 14 charcoal briquettes. Just going to dump them in the corner of these charcoal baskets. Alright, so for those of you who watch my channel regularly, you know that I use the Slow and Sear from Adrenaline Barbecue Company. But today I'm going to give that a break, and I'm using good old-fashioned charcoal baskets here that you can get for most Webers. I'm going to kind of use them in the same way as the Slow and Sear. I'm starting off with some charcoal here in the corner. And I'm going to add some unlit charcoal here. And this charcoal is just some leftover that I had from my last cook. So I can just recycle that. Fill that up. This is easy to do. Now for the middle, I've got some tin foil. Hickory wood chunk. Just place that right there. Okay. I'm going to let this come up to temp. Going to leave my top vent wide open, my bottom vent wide open while this comes up to temp, and I'm going for anywhere around 240, 250 degrees is okay for today. So let's go rub the ribs and get those ready to put on the grill. Alright, here is the St. Louis style spare ribs, and this is just under 4.5 pounds. So on the bottom there's a membrane that I've already removed. If you're interested in knowing how to do that, just search that on YouTube. There's plenty of videos showing you how to do that. Okay. Oh, also, I've also dry brined this, which means I've just added some salt to it. Okay, and these right here are just some trimmings that I'm also going to cook up. So everything has already been salted. It's been that way for about an hour now. So here's this rub. It's the pork rub that I like to use that I made. And it does not have any salt in it because I typically will dry brine whatever I'm going to cook. Okay, these ribs are rubbed and ready to go on, so let's go check the grill and see what temperature it's at. Alright, grill temp is showing 247, so I'm going to go ahead and get the ribs on. Get my grill thermometer on here. That might be a little tricky. Okay, now it's time to let this come back up to temp, so I'm leaving my top vents open and bottom vents wide open just for a minute until it hits the target temperature that I want. It's already at 220 degrees and rising fast. So, I actually might go ahead and I'm going to close my bottom vent down. Quarter of the way open. Top vents, let's do about halfway open. Okay? So I'm going to hold it there for a couple hours and check back with you then. Okay, and grill temp is about 260, so it's a tad hotter than I'd like it to be, but alright, let's bring you in here real quick, take a look. There we go. Charcoal situation is not too bad. How about the bright sunshine there? So we're doing alright. I can let it go for about another hour, I think. Alright y'all, I'm back. It's been another hour, so it's 2:30 right now, and I'm going to check out the charcoal situation. Grill temp has been falling steadily over the last hour from like 250 degrees down to right now it's 223, I believe. Charcoal's looking alright. I'm going to stir it around a little bit. Ribs are looking great. Maybe kind of pile these up to one side over here. Just like that, and I'll add some more charcoal right in there. Clear that out. I'm going to open up my vent to about halfway open just to let this fire get going a little bit more since I had the lid off for so long. And I'll see you again soon. Alright, let's talk about the sauce I'm going to make. It's a sweet and sour sauce called Mumbo sauce, and it's popular in Washington, D.C. Typically you'll find it on fried chicken or chicken wings. First time I made it was with pulled pork, and it was amazing. It was a game changer for me. So this is the first time I'm trying it with ribs, but I'm pretty confident that it's going to be delicious. So let's head into the kitchen and make the sauce. Alright, I'm going to start off with a half cup of sugar. It's going to be a blend of white sugar and brown sugar because I'm kind of using up the last of both of those. You should just about get me there. So a half cup of sugar. Half a cup of white vinegar. Turn my heat down. I've got about a cup and a half of diced pineapple. You can use pineapple juice if you want to. And And I'll put this recipe in the description box below so it's easily available for you. Okay, now I'm going to add a half a cup of ketchup. I'm using a 1/4 cup measuring spoon here. Apparently I can't find my half cup spoon. Oops, a little ketchup got out of there. Alright, next up I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of soy. And what I'm doing also is I'm having the recipe that I posted below in the description box. So I'm making just a little bit less. Stir that all together. Alright, then it's a half teaspoon of some ground ginger. You want to be careful not to let this boil. Just want to simmer it. Next up I've got a teaspoon of this chili paste. Finally I'm going to use a tablespoon of some hot sauce. In this case it's this extra hot habanero sauce, although I don't think it's that hot, but it's still good. Use whatever you like to use. Turn down this heat. And that's it. You can just let this simmer for about 20 minutes. And then because I'm using the fresh diced pineapple, I'm going to blend it up a little bit. Pretty easy recipe. Alright, so I'll see you again soon when this is all ready to blend up. Alright, this has been simmering for about 30 minutes. It took a little longer with the diced pineapple just because you want to cook that till they become mostly translucent. Transfer into this so I can blend it. So with the diced pineapples, it certainly thickens it up a little bit, as you can see. If you choose to use pineapple juice, which is fine, you'll get a thinner sauce, which is nothing wrong with that. That tastes really good. So I'm going to set this aside until it's ready to glaze the ribs, which should be another couple hours. Alright, it's been 4 hours that the ribs have been on, and grill temp is holding really great, about 240 degrees. So I don't have a water pan going in here, so I'm going to spray these ribs a little bit, although they're looking beautiful. I'll give you a little close up here after I spray these down. Charcoal's looking good. And I'm just using some water. I don't have any apple cider vinegar or anything like that, so just a little bit of water. A little close-up of the ribs. So I'm going to get this lid back on and just continue to let them ride. Alright, ribs have been on for 5 hours and I want to check to see how they're doing. Grill temp's doing great. It's riding at 244. Perfect. Oh, those are looking awesome. They're cracking, baby. Got a little probe here. We'll just check for tenderness here. And maybe take temperature too if I can. It's tricky with ribs. Trying to find a spot that doesn't have a bone in it. Reading 190 there. It's 190. Yeah. And right here is 172. Use a little spray. So I'm going to give these ribs about another hour, and then when I pull them off, that's when I'm going to grill up the okra. So in anticipation for the okra, I'm going to add some more charcoal. So I want the grill nice and hot when I grill the charcoal. So check back with you again when it's time to take these ribs off. Alright, it's time to put this okra together to get ready to go on the grill. So to start with, I took my okra and I split them lengthwise down the middle. And I've also added some green beans in there. And about 3-4 cloves of garlic roughly chopped. Here I've got some sliced jalapenos, about 2. Put that right in there, mix that in. Okay, I realized I'm going to need a bigger bowl to mix this all together with. That's better. Alright, now you're just going to want to add a little bit of oil. Mix that all together. Just going to hit it with some good old-fashioned steak seasoning. You can use whatever you like. Salt, pepper would be fine. But here at the Barlow household, we love our steak seasoning. A little bit more. And finally, some crushed red pepper. Just a little bit. These are ready to grill. I'm going to grill these over direct heat. Alright y'all, it's been 6 hours that the ribs have been on, so I think it's time to take them off. Alright, those look great, huh? So before I take them off, I'm just going to hit them with the sweet and sour sauce. Just kind of do just a little light coat. Not a lot. Just want it to act kind of like a glaze here. Now I did sneak a little peek at these before I turned the camera on. I took the temp and they're hitting about 200 degrees. And they were cracking pretty nice. A little stick part right here. Just a nice little thin glaze. I'm going to take these off, and I've got some tin foil. I'm just going to set them on. I'm not going to wrap them tight, but I just need to kind of hold them while I grill that okra. Okay? Just going to put another piece right over top. Again, just to hold it. Alright, let's get the grill ready for the okra. Just going to take off this grate. got some foil in the middle of the grill here that I'm going to get rid of because I'm going to move these two charcoal baskets together in the center. And this charcoal is ready to go. It's looking great. Got one of these handy little grill baskets here. I'd have to do another batch. Let this get cooking. Smells good. Just going to cook these until they get slightly charred, but still tender. So while we're waiting for these to cook up, I wanted to point you to a couple YouTube channels that I've been enjoying lately. First one is Big's Home Cookin'. He's a great guy, lives in the Northeast. He's got a Weber Kettle Grill, he's got a PK grill, he's got a pit barrel cooker, and he does some fantastic cooks. Guy knows what he's doing. He's super knowledgeable. He's helped me out a number of times. Check him out, Big's Home Cookin'. The other channel is Lew BBQ. This guy has got a great personality, and he built his own ugly drum smoker, and he's been doing some great cooks on that as well. Both fantastic channels. Go show them some love. Go subscribe. Tell them Barlow BBQ sent you. Alright, I'm going to try a little bit of this okra. This one looks good. Whoop. Alright, Big Lew, this one's for you, man. Oh, it's hot. It's nice and spicy. Excellent. So I'm going to let these cook up. They get a little bit longer, and then we're going to try those ribs out. Okay, we're going to pull these off, and I just want to show you what they look like. Look really good. Got some nice black spots going on. Alright, let's get these off and let's get into the ribs. Hot. There we go. No, not too bright, so it's hard to see. There we go, a little bit better. These look beautiful, beautiful smoke ring there. Get it in the sunlight. All right. Alright, moment of truth. Let's try one of these ribs out. Well, check it out. Nice clean bite. Whoop. Look at that. I'd say this rib is pretty damn perfect. My dog would agree. Definitely get a taste of that sweet and sour sauce, which goes really nice with kind of the basic pork rub that I used. Alright? Really good. Try this for yourself. One more bite. Thank you for hanging out today. If this video was helpful for you, give me a thumbs up. Leave some comments below. I'd love to know what you thought. Subscribe if you haven't already. And to all of you who have recently subscribed, thank you so much. It really means a lot. I appreciate you watching. So I'm going to go enjoy these ribs and this grilled okra. So until next time, smoke them if you got them. Have a beautiful day.